Hi guys and welcome back. This is a highly requested video. A lot of people have been asking for tutorials, and since this trick's been going really well with Popcorn, I thought I'd do a how to teach the lie down tutorial. Obviously the method I use may not work with your pony. There are lots of different ways to teach this trick. I wouldn't suggest teaching this trick as a first trick unless you have sat with your pony while they were lying down before. Maybe you found them in the field lying down or in the stable and you sat with them. Unless they were comfortable enough to do that, I wouldn't recommend trying to teach this trick. Asking a horse to lie down with you is not something they might naturally do. They wouldn't just suddenly drop to the floor. So you just have to understand that they might not really know what you're asking them to do, and just be patient with them and try and make everything you're asking really clear. Okay, let's get into it. I used a 3-step method to teach Popcorn to lie down. Hello. The first step that you want to teach them is to lift their leg up when you apply pressure behind their knee, preferably backwards up towards their tummy. Naturally, when they lie down, they buckle their front legs and then roll onto their side. So asking them to lift up one of their front legs is one step towards them just naturally lying down. When you first start teaching them this, all you really need is just any reaction from the leg. You don't want to hop in straight away and expect them to just lift their leg up. If I try and show you now, if I just tap it, yeah, then I would stop and release because he gave me that. But at the beginning, all you really want is just them to move their leg in any way. And then once they get more of an understanding of that, you can start asking for more. You can start asking for more of a lift. Once you've got that solid, so that lift up of the leg, good boy, then you can start asking for a back up while you're doing it. What asking them to back up does is it collects their legs underneath them, which is then another step towards them dropping down. If I show you what Popcorn does when he lies down, come here, bud. Down. See, his legs come really close together before he drops. So his legs all collect underneath him. So asking them to back up and then buckling that front leg is a few steps towards lying down, and then you're very close to it. Good boy. Up you get then. You're right there, love. Good boy. Come on then. Up you get. Good boy. So I'm going to back him up, back, and then ask for the leg. There. If they stop backing up and then lift their leg, they are understanding what you're asking. They're just not putting 2 and 2 together. So that's absolutely fine. You can still release on that and just give them a minute to think about what you're asking, and then try again. Back. Good. Good boy. Okay, so that's the second step. Once you've got that, you're almost there. One thing to remember is to release as soon as they give you anything towards what you're asking for. When they're very new to this trick, they don't understand what you want. They don't speak our language. They don't just automatically get it. So you have to slowly kind of hold their hand and help them understand what you're asking. Good boy. So once you've got that back up and then the leg, you can... Good boy. You can start asking for a lie down. There are a few ways of doing this, one of which is getting on the floor yourself, because then your energy is saying down, and that will pass across to them. And if he's just backed up and lift his leg up, I maybe sit down and give him a minute to think about what I'm doing. Do this a few times, and then hopefully you'll start to get them dropping down. And even if they think about lying down, even if they like kind of rock on their legs, you can then give them a treat, give them a reward, whatever you're doing with them, to say, yes, that's what I want. And then eventually, over time, you will start to get an actual lie down. Oh, hello, cat. Hey, Zuma. Another step from here on is starting to ask them to turn and ask for that leg. Good boy, he's thinking. Good. That's a method that works for Popcorn, because he's a pony that likes to turn around a bit before he lies down. A lot of horses also start to paw the ground before they lie down. So again, if you're tapping them on the knee, they lift their leg up and they start to paw, reward that, because that's them again getting a step towards it. Another tip for your first time properly asking for a lie down is to do it in a place in the field or in the stable where you've seen them lie down quite a lot. Maybe there's like a patch of loose hairs on the ground or a bit of flattened grass. It might indicate that they lie down there a lot. You can go over there, and that's where you can try and get your first lie down. That's a place where they're more likely to want to lie down if they lie there a lot. At first, I would recommend using a stick, because it's good to give nice clear aids. without having to get too close to them in case something were to go wrong, because horses are unpredictable animals. You don't necessarily know what they're going to do. You don't necessarily know what their reaction is going to be to what you're asking. But now with Popcorn, what I can do is I can use my hand. Down, good. And he's so good at this trick now. He understands it so well. And what you can start asking once you've got the solid lie down is for them to stay a bit longer down there with you. A good way of doing that is to give them more treats, to feed them, because horses are very food orientated most of the time. The longer they lie down, the more treats they get. Or maybe there's some nice lush grass around you and you let them have a snack while they're down there. Popcorn does that quite often. The first time you get a lie down, you actually get them onto the floor, they're very likely to just roll and get back up again. But again, that is good. That is a step towards it. But even though they've been down there for a short time, it shows that they're starting to understand what you're asking. Another thing that I recommend doing when you first start teaching it is using a head collar or a halter. But now, Poppy can go down with that one. Good job. Good job. Good job. I know. Good boy. And the good thing with this trick is I can just go up to him in the field and ask for a cuddle whenever I want one. So I can just go up to him when he's grazing and be like, hey bud, do you want to have a snuggle? And he'll come down with me. Hey? Let me know in the comments how this goes with your pony, and if you have any questions, do drop them below. If you have any problems with teaching this trick with the method that I've used, then again, do let me know and I can give you a few tips. Come on, up. Good. Good boy. That is all from us today. Thank you for watching, and I hope this goes well with your ponies.